Hey everyone, this will be my new auto read books, and this will be my new channel. And please subscribe for more and likes and comment what you like about it. And here we go. Teach Me by Combat Production. Rock, paper, scissors. Anon, please teach me. 5 hours. She had been following Anon for 5 hours. No, Twilight. Please, Anon. Twilight pleaded. This small horse has been in pain with Anon's backsides for months, constantly asking questions in favor of him. But he will not ever teach her how to play rock, paper, scissors. He had overheard Anon and Spike playing it. Anon had taught Spike the game because he was able to play it, and he was a cool dude. They both share a common interest in comics, and Spike had some sick comics. Twilight, on the other hand, she was smart but an utterly dumbass at the same time. When she didn't get what she wanted from Anon, she would follow him all day, begging him to teach her or tell her whatever it was. Anon would eventually cave in and tell her, but not this time. This time, Anon would be victorious. 5 more hours. She has not let up. Come on, Anon. If you teach me, you won't have to play with Spike. No! God, this mare was crawling under his skin. She'd followed him all day while he did favors for a bunch of ponies around town. He had pestered him the entire time. She didn't even try to bribe him with a date. Imagine that, a pony bribing you with a date. She wasn't bad looking, but Anon was no simp. What a fucking champ. But he did have his eyes on Princess Sunbutt. Never mind that right now. The point still stands. He will not teach her rock, paper, scissors for obvious reasons. After 12 hours, Anon finally made it home. He had finally locked Twilight outside of his house. He had locked all the windows to make sure she wouldn't try to open them. She sat down on the couch, finally relaxing. Anon, please teach me rock, paper, scissors. Twilight pleaded. Anon looked towards where the sound of Twilight's voice was coming from. Her face was pressed against the window with the biggest puppy eyes Anon had ever seen. He got up and walked towards the window. Twilight's eyes lit up in excitement, thinking he would teach her this obscure game. When Anon got to the window, he grabbed his curtains and threw them close, blocking Twilight's view of him and inside of his house. Anon went around each room, shutting the blinds and curtains so Twilight wouldn't be able to see in. Anon sat down and closed his eyes, tried to fall asleep, while Twilight knocked on his door, windows begging to get in. Anon! Anon! Let me in! I want to learn rock, paper, scissors! Twilight begged. She continued to yell, trying to get in. Anon just sat there thinking back how he got into this mess. And that's 3 all to me. Anon said victoriously. Wow! Anon, you're good at this game. Spike admired. Anon had been playing rock, paper, scissors with Spike. The little dragon had picked up how to play very quickly and had challenged him to a game every day. Nah, I'm not good at it. It's just luck, since this is wall-based luck game, Anon said with a kind smile. Spike was always good at sport. Anon always trusts him at it. They always had a good laughter afterwards. What is this game you're talking about? It was at this moment Twilight had walked in, questioning what they were doing. Anon had always dreaded this moment would come. Spike had panicked, knowing Anon's thought on the matter. He had run away and left him with a nerd horse. I gotta go. Take my daily nap, Spike said quickly and rushing out the room. So you're gonna tell me what is this game about, Anon? Apple Twilight questioned. Nope. I got things to do. I promised Applejack I would help her with her collect apples today, Anon quickly said. The sound of a hoof on Anon's roof brought him out of his thoughts. Is she really on my roof? Anon asked himself. As soon as he asked the question, Twilight fell down in his chimney, climbing and trembling out of the fireplace and onto the floor in front of him. She looked up with a massive grin. Now you will teach me? Twilight asked. He had tried so hard to get to this point, and now she has forced Anon to pull a move that will ruin her life. Fine, sit next to me, Anon told her. She let out an excited giggle next to him. He was disappointed that he would have to do this to her. Okay, follow my lead and do the exact same action as me, Anon said. Okay, Twilight said excitedly. Anon begins to move his fists up and down onto his head, making a gesture moves of the game. Twilight smiles was full of innocent joy that Anon was about to shatter. Rock, paper, scissors! Rock, paper, scissors! They said together. They both extended their limbs, showing what they had chosen. Anon had chosen paper, and Twilight, well, she had chosen nothing since she didn't have fingers. Anon wrapped his hand around her hoof. I won, Anon said in triumph. Twilight sat there dumbfounded. Anon removed his hand from her hooves and looked at her with a blank expression. What? Twilight yelled. Now it was time for Anon to pull the killing blow. You don't have fingers, Twilight. You can't win, only lose, Anon simply said, with a smirk on his face. Her expression was one of sadness and confusion. I didn't want to teach you because you can't play the game, Anon explained. Twilight's eyes stayed fixed on her hoofs, utterly confused. Anon got up and walked behind the couch towards a cupboard to grab something. I don't get... What? Twilight mumbled. Anon came back around and stood next to Twilight. He put a large cone on her head. The word said deuce, hastily scribbling on it. So, when are you going to get out of my house?